Hello again. Here we are, day 39. We're covering Napoleon Hill's 6 Definite Practical Steps to Riches, part 2. Now, to cover this, be sensible about it. We're going to cover it briefly, and then we're going to go back to the first point, because you have to see the whole system in order to understand how the first part of it works, any part of it works. Okay, first, fixing your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It's not sufficient to say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There's no such thing as something for nothing. Third, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once whether you're ready not to put this plan into action. 5, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire in the time limit for the acquisition. State what you intend to give in return for the money. Describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accommodate it. Okay, this is writing out the statement. 6, read your written statement aloud twice daily just before retiring at night and once after rising in the morning. Twice daily, before going to sleep, once, just as you get up. As you read, see, and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. Okay, because we have to understand the whole sequence here in order to fully get what purpose each step is supposed to accomplish. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire, not sufficient to say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount. Okay? The point of this is you name the product, you name exactly what you're going to accomplish. Right? And once you name this out specifically, you will get exactly what you decide, what you ask for. You know, seeking you will find, asking will be given. Whatever you ask for is what you're going to get. If you ask a very blasé, well, I hope it's a better day, you know, then that's somewhat, you'll get a better day that day, you know. So this is the point. If you want $2 million in 2 years, you have to have the exact amount of money that you desire, right? In The Secret, Jack Canfield was making about $8,000 a year, and he said, well, you know, I'd like $100,000, you know? And it took him a while, but all of a sudden things started lining up, and all of a sudden, bang, he got $100,000 in commission, right? And then his wife said, well, what would have worked for $1 million? So then he started working on $1 million. Sure enough, bang, he got it. I mean, it wasn't like overnight. It didn't happen instantaneously. The whole thing was to focus on it. But the first part is to name the product, name the exact goal that you want, fixing the amount, the exact money. It doesn't have to be money. It could be, Wallace Wattles talks about teaching this law of attraction to somebody that, and he was renting a home, and he pretty run down, and he said, well, I'd like to get a rug in front of my door. You know, and says, okay, so how you do it is you say, I have a new rug in front of my door. You know, but there's more to it, a little bit more to it. But that's the basic point. And then after he got the rug showed up, he says, you know, a couple of years later, he kept expanding what he wanted, and it's just like Jack Canfield did with that amount. And then in 2 years, this guy owned that home that he was living in. So it could be a home, it could be a car, it doesn't have to be possession. If you go into back what we were working on in Think and Grow Rich, I talked about Norman Vincent Peale and his visualize, prioritize, actualize, right? And he would say, and the lady actually solved a divorce. Her husband was growing further apart, and he asked for a divorce, and she says, well, just give me a month to go to review this. And she would visualize him sitting in his chair, and the two of them watching TV. His favorite chair was he always did. And she would just, you know, open her mind to the universal mind, the spirit, the greater being. And every day, twice a day or more, she would go through this motion, right? And sure enough, all of a sudden he changed his habits, and he was back in there, and he never brought up the subject again. He started sitting, doing his habits he was doing before. And that was the whole point. as you visualize, as you name exactly what you want. That's the simplicity of the first step. Name exactly it is what you want. Okay? And that's what we're going to. So today, here's your challenge. Here's your suggestion. That's something, a do step you can do today, is that name what you'd like to improve in your life. Yeah, we went into this and go thank yourself, but just specifically and exactly what you want to improve. Okay? Thanks.